This is the end of Thursday. Thursday at 5 o'clock. We're leaving the job site. Welcome to Kletus Roadside service, by the way. So I recorded 2 different episodes that completely fucked up. I don't know what's going on with my recording app, but I'm going to sit here and watch this motherfucker. Because I would record, and 5 minutes in, it would like shut off, and it would just try to record like phone audio for some reason, even though my shit's charged up and it's on. I don't understand. I don't know. But it kept fucking up. So I tried to record a couple episodes, didn't work out. I'm going to try it again here today. And I wasn't sure I was going to be able to record today because I have fucking seat covers with me. Not seat covers, but I got these guys. They all want to ride with me for some reason, and I don't want riders. I want to drive by myself. And I finally got it. I think I got a truck back here that's upset at me. I don't know what you're upset for. I fucking pulled up to the stop sign before you. I had been waiting. I don't know. He could be pissed off all he wants. I'm really not in any mood to fucking deal with somebody's bullshit today. I am not doing good. I'm freaking the fuck out, guys. I almost flipped out. I did flip out on a couple guys. Well, let's just work it back. So yesterday we were working, and I had a new guy with me. Well, I think I've had him. I don't know. Anyways, he's not a new guy. He's just an extra hand because the other guy that was our extra hand is out doing some other high rail job, somewhere. So I got this other guy. They call him, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you what they call him, but he's just a normal guy-ish, kind of. He's very eccentric. He likes to. So he's been riding with me the whole fucking time, and that's fine. But he doesn't want to just sit and talk. He wants to scroll Facebook and then put his phone and his hand on my shoulder while we're driving down the road, so I can hear the video that he's just like hysterically laughing over. And I'm just like, I haven't laughed once. I've just been like, oh yeah, cool. If I think of an example, I'll bring it up, but he's showing me Facebook reels. I got my own. Okay. I got my own. I don't want to see yours. And he thinks every little thing is fucking hilarious. He's an okay guy. He's a good worker, but damn, man. Get out of my truck, dude. Get the fuck out of my truck. Leave me alone. Let me drive in peace. I only get 2 hours of every day to drive in complete silence and peace. Other than, riding the motorcycle, but I don't get to record podcasts and stuff. But I get the drive out here and the drive back. That's only 2 hours of me not having to deal with anybody else other than traffic. And I really cherish my alone time. I severely cherish my alone time. And I have been getting no alone time. And it's really pissing me the fuck off. I think that's why I might be in like good spirits most of the time, is because I have a lot of alone time. I don't know, but I'm also not one of these people that like hates everybody. Like I hate everybody. I don't like working with people. I like working with people, but man, whenever we're having fucking, I don't know. Let's see where we're at. Yesterday, fucking sandwich stealer motherfucker has to leave early. So he leaves early. And then other new guy, I was like, hey man, yeah, because we started a little bit late yesterday. I said, hey, we're going to stay another hour. Our loads are 2 hour loads. So, but we're going to stay another hour, so we might end up being out here another 2 hours or whatever. He's like, oh, man, I can't do that. Because I have a graduation party I need to be at 7. I was like, we get off. Most of the time we get off at fucking 6:30. What the fuck are you talking about? You need to be at a graduation party at 7. He's like, yeah, I need to be off earlier today. I'm like, okay, well then fucking go home then. And that's what I told him, and he left. Uh, he just and then me, it was just so new guy left, or well, yeah, new guy left, and then this other new guy fucking left, and it was just me and this other guy. And man, yeah, it just I don't know. I was fine. I was like, I'll be by myself. I'll be fine. And then I was like, oh shit, he's gonna be with me. I forgot the whole time. But and he brings so much shit with him. He left all this because well, there's another element to the story, but he left a bunch of shit in my truck. Like my truck is full of fucking bags of shit, and I'm like, why the fuck do you have so much shit with you? And why is it in my fucking day cab? Why is it not in the pickup truck, you know? But he decided he wanted to ride in the pickup truck. I don't know if he decided that, but I kind of just left because I imagined he was going to hop in with me. But I said, fuck that. I got a new guy over here trying to get me to. He wants me to get in front of him. I don't know. I don't want to ride with him. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. So this morning was kind of annoying. So last night after the other guys left and I stuck around for another 2 hours on the job site. I was like, all right, this is how it's going to work tomorrow. I'm going to have you two, the new guy and this guy, I'm going to have them, because the tank is full. The tanker that we're loading is full. I was like, all right, so first thing in the morning, you guys are going to get here. You guys are going to swap out hoses to the new tanker, and I'm going to start loading one of these engines. And, well, no, first things, you guys need to get over here and fucking screw a couple caps off, because I asked them to screw. They're like, how many caps do you want us to screw off? I said, all of them. They're like, all of them? How many are you gonna do? I was like, I don't know, probably 4 more today. So he literally only unscrewed 4 more caps. And then he left early, right? Is there shit getting on my windshield? Then he left early to take his wife to the physical therapy or whatever, and he's got to do that. It used to be every Tuesday and Friday. Now it's every Wednesday and Friday. So Wednesday he took off early, and I give him shit for that every time. I'm like, dude, you need to figure something else out, because I don't like this. But it hasn't been a horrible issue, missing one guy. One guy not sleeping in a truck is not really, slowing us down. But whenever we need shit done, like hoses moved, we only have one guy, and one guy can't move the hoses. So that means somebody's going to have to not start getting a tanker load and to go help the hoses. Anyways, let's just talk about this morning. Or last night, he texted me and said, hey, my wife left her inhaler at the fucking doctor's office, and they don't open till 8. I said, oh, okay. He's like, yeah, so I'm going to have to come in late, or I'm going to come in, but I'm going to grab the truck, and I'm going to go take it to the doctor's office and get her inhaler, and then take it back to my house, and then I'll meet you out at the job site. And then that morning, I woke, because I think I fell asleep, and I woke up, and I texted him back, and I said, no, what I need you to do is just stay at fucking home doing nothing until you're ready to go. And then he texted me back. I was already on my way into work, but he texted me back. He's like, I have the keys to the truck with me, And I about lost my fucking shit. I was like, why the fuck do you have the truck keys at your house? First off, you're losing inhalers at the doctor's office. You're gonna lose the fucking your truck keys at your fucking house, dude. So yeah, I'm like, no, it makes no fucking. Why would you drive the truck to the shop and then take the keys home when the keys go right there at the shop? Like, if you're taking the keys home, you might as well take the whole fucking truck home because and with some of our semis, we have a universal key or a key that you can fire up. There's 3 or 4 semis we have that use the same key. So if you can't find one, you can usually find another one or at least a spare or something. But with the pickups, no, they're all keyed different. So, the key for that truck doesn't work in that one. But anyways, I was like, what the fuck, dude? And he's like, oh, well, whatever. I'm like, you're not getting paid until you're on your way to the job site. He's like, what? What do you mean? I was like, you're not getting paid until you're on the way to the job site. I'm like, you want them to pay for you to drive to a doctor's office and then to your house and then to them? It's like, no, the customer is not going to pay you to drive all around because of your dumbass. I said, well, this was last night. I told him to grab a paper bag. I was like, it's the same thing as an inhaler. I'm also not a doctor. And he didn't think that was funny at all. He's like, she didn't have her inhaler once and she almost died. I'm like, did you have a paper bag, motherfucker? Because I promise you, if you had a paper bag, she could have hyperventilated into that motherfucker and she'd have been fine. Asthma is fake. That's what I kept telling him. I'm like, she's got you by the balls, motherfucker. Asthma's fake. She's playing your ass. She's got you, taking off of work extra early every fucking other day, it seems like. Ruining the job. And this is the other thing. This job is so simple and so easy that, and I mean, I would complain about anything and everything, but these fucking idiots that I'm working with are really fucking bothering me, man. Like, I just want to do this by myself. I will do everything by myself and be happier than working with these fucking idiots. All of them. So, anyways, the one dude, he did spill a little bit yesterday. The guy that hadn't been out on this job site yet, he spilled a little bit, and I said, hey, if that's all we're gonna spill, then that's fine. Don't feel bad about it. We'll get it cleaned up, and we'll be all right. Well, today, right at the very end of the day, as we are picking shit up, and he's supposed to be watching the hose, he stops watching the hose, and it flies out. It's a 3-inch hose that we're pressuring off with, and it sprays diesel all over the fucking rail car. And he caught it quick, but it doesn't matter. I mean, just the little droplets from, we have a tank stick. They put a stick down in the tanker, and they can measure the height of the liquid or whatever, and you can get a gallon count off of that. Just the stick, I got mad at the one dude because he had it up there, and he was just, acting like it was a fucking lightsaber or some shit. And I was like, dude, fucking stop. And he's like, well, you don't like lightsabers? He keeps swinging around. I was like, fucking stop. You're splattering diesels all over the fucking rail car. Oh. I'm like, yeah. And I've been telling him, he's the only one that's followed it so far. But I told him, I was like, yeah, whenever you have the stick and you're lowering it down to us, don't let it ride on the side of the rail car because it's going to leave a giant diesel stain on basically a matte black tanker. It's easily and it does not evaporate. It's stained there. I mean, you can get rid of it, but we're not getting rid of it. And yeah, anyways, he had it fucking swinging it around like a goddamn lightsaber, just splattering the whole fucking rail car. I was like, dude, fucking stop. There they go, those motherfuckers right there. So yeah, we had a pretty good spill right here at the very end of the fucking day, and I'm just like I'm like God damn it! And that was the one guy that hadn't really pissed me off a whole lot quite yet. So anyways, yeah, this morning this fucking douchebag takes. I was like, hey, we need tools because you guys didn't open up any other. How many caps did you open up? We opened up a couple more. I'm like, okay, well, we get there, and I had a little tool bag with me. Oh, this better be recording. Okay. Well, I had a little tool bag with me, but I didn't have the big wrenches. I didn't have all the other shit. And then the big drill bit that you're supposed to use to open up some of these. It's a really big. You got to have 3 of these different bell things that go with it, and they're all fucking heavy and big and shit. And he lost one yesterday. I was driving down to go offload, and I see one sitting in the middle of the road. I said, hey, fucking NASCAR bitch ass motherfucker, quit driving like a goddamn asshole out here. You have tools sitting on your tailgate, and you lost them, and these tools do not belong to us. And it's not like you can just buy a new tool, one of these tools. All of these tools are machined. So they hired a machine shop to cut these out with like CNC and lathes and shit. And you just got them on the tailgate of your truck, just fucking cruising around the job site, letting the fucking tailgate bounce up and down, losing all the goddamn tools. Anyways, and yeah, I got the job site manager or whatever he is, the guy we're working for. He's there, and because he wasn't there with the truck, and we couldn't get all the tools, and we couldn't get any lids off. So I had to skip. I skipped a couple of train engines because there's a certain style of lid that you can take off with just 4 little bolts, and I had a ratchet for that, so I was able to do that. But most of these other ones, you got to have the 48-inch pipe wrench or something to put on there to get them twisted off, and I just could not. I wasn't going to be able to do that by myself. I didn't have the fucking pipe wrench. All right, this is a little dicey here. Estes? I'm passing you, Estes. On the right. You're slow as fuck, and I can't get in the left lane. So I'm passing you on the right, you bitch. I don't know, man. I don't even want to talk about work anymore. So last night, I guess I still got more shit that's pissing me off. Uh, I didn't have a great day yesterday, but it wasn't bad. And I got on the bike, and I had a decent ride home. Things were going well. I get home. My wife had made the roast. It was cooked beautifully. It smelled delicious as soon as I walk in the house. The house is clean. The kids are happy. My wife gives me a kiss. I grab a plate. I pet the dogs. I grab my plate. I fill it up with fucking meat and mashed potatoes and gravy and a couple of rolls. And I walk to the fridge and I turn around and the fucking dog ate half of my goddamn meat, and I really freaked the fuck out. I didn't like beat the shit out of my dog or anything, but I was so angry. I made her sit in her kennel with her door open, and that's something my wife ain't never seen me do. But I'm like, "You get in your kennel," and then my daughter goes over and she's like, "I'll shut the door." I was like, "No, don't shut the door." She's like, "Don't shut the door." I was like, "Do not shut the door. Leave the door open." And all I had to do was put more meat on my plate. But these dogs act like I give them table scraps all the fucking time. And this German Shepherd right here jumped up on the fucking counter and ate half of the. I got a decent portion of meat too. And she ate half of the damn thing in one fucking gulp. I was like, that's all you're getting, bitch. And you have to sit in your goddamn kennel with the door open the whole time. And she tried coming out of it a couple of times. But then I ate my food angry. And I really didn't want to eat my food angry. And then I mean, I guess this is more work shit. Sorry. But this motherfucker that left early yesterday, showed up late today, didn't have the tools, fucked up the whole situation where I had to go screw caps off, then I had to start loading, then I had to go fucking put hoses in the fucking tanker. I had to do it all. And I have to get, I mean, the main thing is start pumping early. Because the guy that's working here, he's like, hey, we usually do like 12 a day. We need to do 15 today. To meet our demand, we need to get 15 done today. And then that'll leave us 9 on Friday. And we might be able to get out a little early on Friday. I mean, we're leaving at a decent time today. We got them all done, but at the beginning of the day, I didn't know that's how it was going to go. I thought we were going to be out here till fucking 7 o'clock at night trying to get them all done. But yeah, and this fucking guy just ruined all of my plans, got me all fucking pissed off, early in the morning. And then he also does this other thing where he thinks we're like super buddy. And I mean, he probably believes that because I mean, we joke and stuff, and I do give him a really hard time and then play it off as I'm joking. And I mean, I am joking also because I don't take a whole lot too serious. But this motherfucker, every time I'm over there and I'm doing something, he comes over and taps me on my fucking hard hat, like really fast, like just like not hard, but really fast. And I flipped. I was sitting there talking to the site manager, talking about loading and unloading or whatever the fuck we were talking about, which I didn't want to talk to him about that shit either. But this fucking dumb fucking idiot comes over and taps me on the fucking hard hat, and I swipe his hand away and I say, "Don't fucking touch me." Super serious. Because this guy's been pissing me off all fucking day. And I'm even though I'm trying to be more of an asshole, I'm still way too fucking nice. Because this fucking guy comes over, he's like, "Do you have any lunch meat?" "Yes, I do have lunch meat." And then he does this like little dance thing. I'm like, that doesn't mean you get it. He's like, "Oh." I'm like, what have you done today to make me excited to give you a sandwich? It's like, "Well, I'm sorry, but my wife could die if she doesn't have her inhaler." I'm like, don't fucking turn this around on her. This is your fucking problem. You need to figure your shit out, dude. Yeah, you can have a fucking sandwich. One fucking sandwich. Because I don't want to have to buy lunch meat to eat fucking lunch tomorrow. I'm not going to go buy lunch meat and then have a 4-day weekend and 2 days off of this job. I'm not doing it. You need to figure out your own goddamn lunch from here on out, dude. I've been giving you so many fucking sandwiches, and you've been just pissing me the fuck off every fucking day. Like, god damn it, dude. Yeah, so, anyways, haven't been in the greatest mood today. I've actually been really upset. Like, really, a lot. Like, really upset, man. And I really want to go home and drink. But I'm not going to. I'm going to get on my bike, and I'm going to ride home, eat dinner, and do this again tomorrow. And then I don't have to deal with these motherfuckers for probably 6 days. And I think we're going to get off early tomorrow. But things can change. Might get another flat tire or something. I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. Everybody's on my shit list. No, there was only one guy on my shit list in the morning, but now fucking all of them are. They're all on my shit list. Even the ones that aren't here. I'm still pissed off at them, except for the guy from Popular Bluff. That guy did a wonderful job. He was a good worker. I miss him. I want him back. Also, the other guy, one of the other new guys that I trained out here on this job, trained him how to run the vac truck and everything, and then they stuck him out on the job that I really want, which is hauling trash down to Tulsa by yourself, getting a lot of hours and having a great time. He quit. I think I already talked about it, but he quit. And he was really good. He was paying attention, watching, listening, doing it the right way. And I was like, this guy's going to get it. This guy is my shining star. And then he fucking quit. He said he might come back, but he just, right now, I don't know, he's got some personal shit going on in his life that he can't juggle work and that. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna try to look on the bright side from here on out. So last night, I'm at home. I ate my dinner. I'm still a little. My wife noticed. She's like, "You don't seem like. You seem like you're mad at something. Is it me?" I was like, "No, I'm not mad at you." She's like, "I know, because I cooked you a delicious dinner and I cleaned up the house." I'm like, "No, you did great. You did great. I'm just mad because of all the shit that I've been dealing with at work. I'm sorry to bring it home, but I'm still just not. I'm not ready to be a happy guy." And then I was gonna be super happy to eat my dinner, and then I felt like I had to eat it as fast as I fucking could because it's goddamn dog, and I just didn't want to sit there and enjoy it. I wanted to just shove it in my face and be done. And then yeah, I got the kids. They're running around. They're having a good time though. They're not being bad or anything, but they're just running around. We get them to go to bed, and then it was like 10 o'clock at night. She was like, "You ready to go to bed?" I was like, "No, I'm going in the garage." And I went down in the garage. And I spent like an hour and a half down in the garage. But I'm really happy with what happened in the garage. There's going to be some changes that I'm going to do to what I did, but I just tried to do it quick and dirty because I've been leaving my blinker on my bike all the fucking time. I don't know. I feel like I turn it on, I make my turn, and I shut it off. But it's still on. I haven't had anybody like honk at me or beep at me or whatever, but I've noticed that it's on. And I can't see my blinkers from my vantage point where I'm sitting. And I can't even look in my mirrors or anything. I can't, unless I stand up and look down, then I can see my front blinkers. But my blinkers are just in the spot. I like where they're at, but I can't fucking see them. And I can't tell if my blinkers are on. And you would say, "Oh, we'll just hit the button." I feel like I do. I hit the button. I almost don't even change lanes the whole ride home, and I'm constantly hitting the fucking button to make sure it's off. But then I get home and I go out in the driveway, or I fire it up in the morning, or I go to whatever, and the blinker's on. And I'm like, I rode, 3.5 blocks most likely with my fucking blinker on. I don't know what it is, but I've been leaving that fucking blinker on. So anyways, I spliced in another set of blinkers, that the shitty little blinkers that my brother had put on there that did not turn out very good. I did not like them at all. They're little LED ones. So I grabbed those and I spliced them in to the front blinkers and zip tied them to the handlebars. So now, if I leave my blinker on, there's definitely something wrong with me, because I got a bunch of little LEDs just shining right at me. So I'm excited about that. I don't like the way it looks. I want to change it. I'm probably going to eventually, cut it and put a different style bulb there, because these are actual blinkers. Like they have the bolt and the all thread and everything. And I'm gonna get rid of those eventually. I'm gonna figure out something that I can probably just like little tiny LEDs I can put inside my fairing or something. Just to have a little indicator and also a direction indicator. Not that I want a direction indicator, but I don't know. I don't know how to wire it up for it to be both blinkers. I feel like it's gonna fuck up some shit if I try to put like the red wire from this side and to the black wire on that side. It's gonna fuck up the blink sequence or something. I don't know. It's gonna backfeed, or I don't know. I don't know what it's gonna do. Maybe I'll experiment with that, but as of right now, I got those little blinkers set up. They're there, and it also kind of provides a little bit more notice, because I think people riding up beside me or behind me, if they're a little bit too far forward, they might be able to see my blinker from my handlebar. But I don't know. Anyways, I'm really happy with that. I removed the rear foot pegs. Doesn't sound like a lot, but now it really opened up the back end of the bike a lot more, and I think it looks a lot better. I put the bolts back in so it still looks clean, but the big foot pegs and bracket and shit are gone now. So, and I'm obviously gonna keep them. I'm not gonna get rid of them. Eventually, I'll have somebody ride on the back at some point in time, but not right now. I don't have a second helmet. If I get a second helmet, maybe I'll put them back on. But as of right now, I also was kind of thinking about trying to fabricate some sort of foot pegs for the front, because I think I might, if I do get pulled over and I have my son in front of me, which I think is the safest way to have him, uh, and my wife is cool with it. She's like, "Oh, if he's on the back, I feel like that's even more dangerous." I'm like, I feel the same way. If you have an adult, you need to be an adult and hold on. But it's my 6-year-old son. You could also say, don't have your 6-year-old on your motorcycle, you fucking idiot. But we just ride around the neighborhood, go up to the gas station or something. It's not like we're going to be getting on the goddamn highway. We're not going to go over 30 miles an hour. If I could take him to karate practice or karate lessons on my motorcycle, that would be awesome, because that's usually how it goes. Is I take him to karate, but we have to take my truck because he likes to. But he would be freaking out if he was able to ride the motorcycle over there. And anyways, if I get pulled over and he's got foot pegs and it kind of looks slightly factory, the cop might be like, "Oh, okay, never mind, you're okay." But I don't know if a cop's gonna pull me over at all. I also started seeing some videos of like at least Harley riders. They have a kid sitting in front of them, and I'm like, that makes me feel better. And they were on the highway. I mean, I'm not saying that just because some guy on the internet did it, it's okay to do it, but it's at least a thing. I just haven't seen much of like kids riding on motorcycles, unless it's like Vietnam or some shit, and they got fucking 18 children on one motorcycle with the bicycle wheels. Anyways, got the got the lights figured out. What else did I do? I did something else too. Oh, I just went around and I tightened some shit up. So I'm pretty sure my skid plate was loose. Well, I know it was loose, but I didn't realize it was gonna rattle like it was. Like I thought there was something going on with the engine. And then I was laying on the ground in the garage last night. I was just tired, and I just wanted to look at the bike. And I just had a couple of wrenches with me, and I was going around any bolt that I could get to. I was just checking to make sure they're tight. And yeah, there was one on the skid plate. It's got a little washer, and it's got like a little U-shaped bracket that holds the skid plate to the frame. And I tightened that up quite a bit. And I was like, I bet you that was my fucking rattle. And I rode it this morning, and I noticed I I noticed the rattle, and I didn't notice a rattle. So I'm pretty sure I got it figured out. I still would like to do a lot of maintenance to the bike, but I think it's okay. I don't think I need to do really any maintenance right now. I'm gonna leave it alone, maintenance-wise, and just ride it until the season's over. Well, I guess I need to do oil changes regularly, but I was more talking about I don't know what I was fucking talking about. I just totally forgot everything I said. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm fucking low blood sugar or some shit. I don't know. Am I a diabetes man? I hope not. That'd fucking suck. Um. Anyways, yeah. Spent some time in the garage last night. Had a great time, and woke up and rode the bike to work again today. Everything went well with that. Um. Excited to get on it again and go home once again. Oh, yeah, last night when I got to the shop, because it was just me and the one other guy, and he rode with me. We got to the shop late as fuck, and I parked my bike inside of one of the buildings we have, where I also parked my semi. Just parked it right next to where I would get out of the semi. And, of course, the fucking power's off, so I had to fucking walk through this building, and I didn't bring my phone with me because I was gonna. We have a little fuel island. I started the fuel, even though you're supposed to stay next to the fuel every time you're fueling up. But I started the fuel, ran over, unlocked the building, got inside. Didn't have my phone or anything with me because I was just gonna run in there, open up the garage door, and pull the bike out, and then Then the garage door was gonna be open, so when I was done fueling, I could just park the truck back in the shop. Fuck, power's out, so I had to, you know, feel my way through the shop completely in darkness and then get the bike. And then luckily I had the keys so I could fire the bike up. Well, I didn't fire the bike up. I just turned the key and the headlight came on. And then, yeah, I don't know. I'm like, this is kind of nice because if I had a bigger Harley, I'm not going to get that through the doorway. Street bike, yeah, you can get a street bike through the doorway, but if I had a Harley and I parked it inside of a building, I would end up having to figure out how to get one of these garage doors to open. You know, they're tall, giant garage doors. It's not like I can just pull them open if the power goes out. You gotta get a fucking ladder and shit to pull the little tab or whatever. I don't even know if it's got a tab. I got a phone call. I had to answer real quick, but we're back at it. Let me make sure we're actually back at it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. Just I don't even know what I was talking about. Keep ball 18 down. Adios. We'll see you later. Bye bye.